Hello, students. How are you? Hope you are doing well. As you know that we have started the second chapter of your favorite two subject, that is environmental science. The name of this chapter is the plant fairy, and we have read about the types of the plants, different types of the plants. We have read also the herbs, shrubs, and trees, and we have also read the differences between herbs, herbs, and trees. So let's see what we have to read in this chapter. First, we will learn about leaf, then parts of leaf, functions of leaf, photosynthesis, and at the last, we will do some kinds of book exercises which are given in your book. We will solve that exercises. So first, let's start leaf. What is leaf? Students, you often see the plants and the trees. There are the different types of the leaves. You can easily recognize these kinds of leaves by their identification, and this identification we can say that a leaf is the green flat lateral outgrowth in the plant. They come in different shape, size, and colors, as they are generally dorsoventrally flattened and thin. They are the main organ responsible for photosynthesis, as they contain chlorophyll. Students, for your knowledge, I just want to introduce that photosynthesis, this term we will study further, and chlorophyll. If you remember, I told you in the last lecture also that chlorophyll is a type of pigment which is present inside the green plant. Actually, the plants are green because of this chlorophyll. Next, parts of leaf. As you can see here, this is the diagram of leaf and it is mentioned that here mention the different parts of the leaf. You can easily see that veins, midrib, petiole, lamina, and the edges of the leaves are also known as margin. Okay, so this is the parts of these all are the parts of leaf. One by one we will study about that. First part we have to study, that is leaf blade. What is leaf blade? Students, it is called as the leaf lamina, and it is generally broad and flat. It is in this layer the photosynthesis occur. Okay, student, basically whatever the part of leaf you will see, that is the bigger part of the leaf, that is known as the leaf blade. For example, I just want to show you the diagram of leaf again. This all the flattened part. Whatever the flattened parts are there, they are all known as leaf blade. Okay. Again here, midrib and veins. Okay, what is midrib? Sometimes you often see that, suppose just go in the garden and just take a leaf of mango tree, you will see a thick vein present into the middle at just the center of the leaf. Okay, this thick vein is known as midrib. How can we define midrib? At the center of leaf blade, a thick vein is present, which is the main vein, and this main vein is called as midrib. From this midrib, several number of the branches arise, and these branches are called as veins. Again, just come back to the diagram of leaf. Here you can see that this is the broad, thick, broad line. Okay, this is called as midrib, and from this thick, broad lines, there are the several branches arises. These branches are very thin, and along from these branches also you can see that here there are different types of the sub more branches are arise. Okay, so these thin branches are known as veins. Got it? The next part of leaf is petiole. Students, petiole is generally the stalk-like structure which connects the leaf blade to the stem. Just see here. This is stalk-like structure. It is the long cylindrical elongated structure which connects the leaf blade. If you remember, I told you that leaf blade is the broader part of the leaf, and this broader part of leaf is connected with the stem with the help of a stalk like structure, and this stalk like structure is called as petiole. This stalk like structure is called as petiole. All right. The next part of leaf is leaf margin. Okay, leaf margin, the edges of the leaf is called as leaf margin. Okay, it may be rough or it may be smooth. If you remember the last lecture, I told already taught you the varieties between the leaves because of its margin. You have seen pictures also of the leaf having different margins. So what are leaf margins? If you just come to the diagram again, these edges are known as leaf margin. You may be able to see that the margin of these leaf is rough. It is not so smooth. Means if it is just like this, it is not smooth. Okay. Sometimes in some leaf the margins are very smooth like this. All right. So basically margins are different based on the structure of the leaf. Sometimes it may be rough, sometimes it may be smooth. So these are the parts of leaf. Again, I want to remind you the leaf blade, leaf midrib and veins, petioles, and leaf margin. The next we have to study about that is the function of leaf. Why leaf is important into the plants? As I have told you already that leaf contains chlorophyll, so it is known as the kitchen of the plant. Today, which part of the plant is known as kitchen of the plant? That is leaf. This is because they contains the organs. These are the main organs responsible for the process of photosynthesis. Okay, and through which the plant produces energy. And the photosynthesis is the process which produces energy. As you can say that this energy is stored into the form of its food. They obtain their green color due to the presence of chlorophyll. I have told you already. Okay, what is the another function of leaf? It helps plant to breathe, and leaves also store food. In some plants, leaves are responsible for storing foods also. So the next and very interesting topic is that photosynthesis. What is photosynthesis? Students, when you feel hungry, what do you eat? Basically you eat food, and after eating this food you will get energy. Means if you're talking about the living beings, all the living beings are just taking energy by getting food. So plants are also the living beings. Basically they also need food for getting energy. So how do they prepare their food? By the process of photosynthesis. So photosynthesis can be separated to make the two smaller words, that is photo means light, and synthesis means putting together. Okay, so you can say that synthesis means to prepare, to putting together, and the photo means light. So let's understand that what is photosynthesis. Plants need food, but they do not have to wait on the people or animal to provide for them. Most plants are able to make their own food whatever they need it. It is done by using light, and this process is called as photosynthesis. Alright? Means the food making process in plants are called as photosynthesis. Okay, you can say that the photosynthesis is the process by which plants make their own food. And for this process, what are the important criteria or what are the important things needed? So important things needed, that is chlorophyll, then water, and then carbon dioxide, sometimes some minerals and nutrients, other nutrients also, and most important, that is light. Means in the presence of light, the green plant which contains chlorophyll, they take the water and minerals from the soil and carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, and they prepare their food. Okay, and by this food they get energy, and they perform the other activities of their life process. Here, a simple diagram of photosynthesis is given here. You can just understand by seeing this diagram. You can see that this is the plant, the whole plant. Okay, it is the part of the plant that is known as leaf, and this is the sunlight. Into the presence of sunlight, the green plant, basically leaves which contains the chlorophyll, they take water and carbon dioxide into the presence of sunlight, and they prepare what? That is carbohydrate. The carbohydrate is the type of food which is stored into the plant body, and plant body get energy by this carbohydrate. Into the whole process, the plant release oxygen, and you know already that for living the human beings, which gas is needed? That is oxygen. Means we completely depend on the plants for getting oxygen, and this oxygen is released by the process of photosynthesis from the plants. All right, students. So let's see what are the book exercises is given in your book. The first one, that look at the picture and name the things which have patterns of the leaves and flower on them. Basically, you have to find out the things, whatever is given in this picture, you have to find out the things which shows the picture of leaves or flowers. Basically, you can see here that curtain contains the picture of flower. This wall painting also contains the picture of flowers and leaves. Pillow cover, bed sheet, carpet, book cover, and cloth of the girl. Okay, these all things contains the pattern of leaves and flowers. So you have to write the name of all these substances. All right. The next book exercise means you have to choose the tree near the school and your house and make the friend with it, and you have to find the answer of these questions. Means firstly you have to go into the garden, and with your elder you can go there and just look at the pictures, look at the plants which are present into the garden, and just try to give the answer of these kinds of questions. The first question is, what tree it is? Ask your elders if you don't know. Means if you're going into the garden, you will see that some kinds of the trees. So just first try to identify the which tree it is. Means it will be of mango, it will be of neem, it will be of people, whatever. If you don't know the name, basically you can ask to your elders. Okay, and write in your copy. Next, will you like to give your friends and special names? What will you name it? If you like to give the name, what name you have to write? Just you can do by this by yourself also. The next one is, does the tree bear flowers or fruit? Which one? Go into the garden and see that there are the large number of the trees. Some of them bears the flower, some of them only bears the leaf. You have to just write the name of the trees which contains the flowers and which contains the fruit. Okay. The next one is, how do the leaves of the tree look? Means they are looking small, they are looking big, they are looking a very broad. You have to write their different types, shape and size. You can say that. Do animals live in the tree? Which one? Just look at the tree. You will be able to find that there are a large number of animals or birds. They are living on the tree. You have to write their name. Okay. Find out the find out more about your tree friends and share it with it. Okay, draw the pictures. Students, here a very interesting game. It is you can perform at your home. Just you have to just collect the different shape and size of the leaves of the different shape and size, collect it and draw the different patterns. A common example is given here. You can see that here some leaves are taken, and with the help of these leaves, a simple diagram of it is looking like rat or mouse, you can say that, it is made. Okay, you can also make by the collecting different types of the leaves, you just make the different pattern, different animals, and some other things, whatever you want. So it is depending completely on you. It is just an activity kind of things you can do at your home. Hope you already understood all the things. I have explained the complete chapter. You have understood. So just learn all the things. Try to understand it again. If you're not able to understand, just see the videos, all the videos again and again, and try to understand, try to learn the things. Till then, all the best.